Promotions, in association with Keel Battle Promotions, and sponsored by Wilson Group, Dreadstone Security, and Applied Nutrition, proud to present 4 rounds of boxing in the super lightweight division. Sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control are Inspector Jigside, Josh Radler, and Brian Scotsman. Our time to this contest is Chris O'Connor, and our man in charge and scoring the contest is Jamie J. Patrick. Ladies and gentlemen, those are officials. If you're ready to talk about boxing, please make some noise! Boxing out of the blue corner. Tonight, he wears the blue shorts, trimmed with white. He weighed in 10 stone, 8 pounds. We have one winner and one loss on 2 contests from Birmingham, Daryl Pearce! And please welcome his opponent, boxing out in the red corner. Tonight, he wears the black shorts, trimmed with gold. He weighed in 10 stone, 5 pounds and 6 ounces. Undefeated foreign as a professional, John Middleton,
Conor Lynch on now, Stephen. Undefeated in 4.
Yeah, obviously, you know, he's 4-0, but it's not like he's coming up against the journeyman. No, Daryl's had 2 fights, won one and lost one, so he's going to be very competitive, and it should be a good competitive fight.
Returned earlier this year after a 10-month absence, some 8, 9, 10-month absence. I will work that out as we go on, but you know, as you say, he's only had the 2. He's 1-1, but he won't come to lie down, will he?
No, exactly. When you see some of these, you know, the so-called journeymen, where they're boxing every couple of weeks and, you know, they're taking a lot of losses, then it's different. The tempo of the fight's always different. You know, they're there to get through it and stuff rather than necessarily go out and win. Where you know, a kid who's 1-1, he could see this as a big opportunity for him, because if he loses, it's going to be hard going forward. If he gets a win, he's back on track to go to better things. So it'll be definitely competitive.
Whereas the likes of your East Vachner, who's just been beaten by Sam Hyde, if he doesn't get through it, the phone doesn't ring next week, does it? Yeah,
that's it. It's about wages for the people who are boxing all the time and taking a lot of losses. They just want to get through the fight and not get ruled out. Where, as you can see, you know, it's very competitive, and you know, Daryl's definitely going out trying to win. He's trying to take Conor's head off.
Good opening exchanges. Talk to me about Sunday afternoon boxing.
Yeah, it's good.
Obviously, you boxed on the last one of these.
Yeah, about one of these, and I think it's a good change. I think for people, the fans to come out and watch it, it's good. It's what else you do on a Sunday afternoon, really? You know what I mean? Apart from put the telly on and watch the footy, eating your dinner, you may as well get out and come watch some boxing and some of the talents on the way up.
It's a good little dust up, this, isn't it?
Yeah, some good shots landed, you know, for round 1. It'd be good to see how they keep this pace up.
If they can keep the pace up.
Oh, good shot.
Good boxing from both lads here. It's like you say, it's competitive, and it sort of sets the tone for the rest of the show, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think instead he's having a look. He was keeping us cool on the ropes, trying to defend, seeing pick a counter out, and now he seems to switch southpaw. So I think he's trying different things, trying to open Darryl up and see if he can land anything flush. He's boxing well though.
Good footwork.
Yeah, he's boxing really well. Getting confident now. You can see his hands come down, and he's looking for any openings.
That can sometimes be a hindrance though, can't it? When they sort of become too confident.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, we've all seen it, people like showboating type of thing when the confidence levels get too high and they get caught and they look a bit silly. But he finished the round very well then. I was really impressed with him there.
Quality first round, and Kieran Farrell in his corner, very impressed.
Definitely. I thought he started off throwing some lovely straight arrows down the middle. He looked sharp, and then obviously Daryl fired back, and it had a good exchange in his own corner. So it looked it was going to be a competitive fight, but I think Conor pulled away towards the second half and really boxed well, landed some good shots.
The 4 round of this. Tell me, in 4 and 6 rounders, is it about getting the early lead,
Definitely
taking the advantage early doors?
Yeah, going back to like the amateur days, no one likes going out losing the first round. You know, you've basically got to win everything going forward, and it's the same thing in the pros. You don't want to lose a round anyway. Never mind lose your first round. It's all uphill from there. But I think with these, you could see then they both didn't want to lose that first round. They both put a lot into it.
Let's see whether the pace stays.
I can't see it, but we'll see.
While there's a little lull, talk to me about what's happening with you. Where are you up to?
Back training now, hoping to get out in November.
Yeah.
Looking on whether my brother Callum gets a fight announced, and hopefully if what it looks like he could be getting a fight in November, then I'll be looking to get back out on his bill and get a win and go forward, bit of momentum behind me.
You talk about that bit of momentum. Obviously, you returned in Nottingham earlier this year.
Yeah.
Had that win in Nottingham, and then boxed here.
Yeah.
As it happens in the Woodhouse Park Lifestyle Centre against Jamie Quinn.
Yeah.
Had a 6-round win here, and you've sort of gone back off the radar again. Unfortunately.
It's just one of them things. You get little lumps and bumps and stuff, and I had a couple of little 6-rounders to basically, what I just said, then get a bit of momentum and move forward.
Quality from Conor Lynch.
Yeah. But I had a bit of a sore hand after the second of the 2 6-rounders, so let it heal. I haven't really got time now, with time not being on my side. I haven't really got the time to sit and have operations and stuff, so I let it heal, didn't take any chances with it, and I'm back in training now, looking forward to, as I say, getting back out in November and then seeing what opportunities I can get from there.
Are you expecting something big to come up before the end of the year?
No, get a win in November, and then from that see what comes forward. If I can get a decent win, any sort of international title in November, then that sort of sets me stall out to where I want to go onwards to, and sort of puts me back in the rankings and stuff.
Obviously, you've had British and Commonwealth titles.
Yeah.
The European title, you've been mandatory for about 84 years.
Yeah, since I beat Buckland, yeah. Something I'd love to do. I'd love to win a European title, and as I say, when you win that, you're obviously going in the top 5 in the world ranking, so it puts you sort of right in contention for a world title shot, and that's obviously the ultimate goal for everyone. So if I can win the European, I'd be delighted to get that fight. Oh, lovely shot from Lynch.
Obviously, you've had 2 unsuccessful world title challenges.
Yeah.
But like you say, the ultimate aim is to get back there, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I'm in the twilight of my career, I know that, so I think one more opportunity is what I'm sort of craving and what I want, and I know now another loss is my last, so it's sort of not refreshing, but it's different. I know I'm training every camp now, and basically I've got to do everything right. I've got to put it all in because everyone could be my last, so it's a strange feeling, but it's one I don't mind. I don't mind being this way because I'm an all or nothing type of person anyway, so I'd rather go into every fight knowing that this could be your last. You've got to do it. You've got to perform and have that little bit of pressure on you.
Has your mentality changed now?
I think my mentality changed when
or does that come with age?
Yeah, I think it does with age. Definitely, I think you mature a lot. I say to people, I'd love to have had this head on my shoulders turning professional. I feel like I wouldn't have lost a fight. I think you learn a lot, but you're obviously your body ages as well. You get older, so it's catch-22. But I believe my life changed a lot when I become a dad. I think then it's sort of your intentions become about your family and about providing and stuff rather than sort of being selfish and going for your own goals. But obviously you can do both. The better you do in boxing, the more sort of money you earn and the more you provide. So I think if I do get one more opportunity for the world title, then that's the dream for me. But you know, I understand, obviously, as I say, then my next loss could be my last, so I've got to take it very serious.
Conor Lynch so far has performed pretty much punch perfectly, hasn't he?
I think he's boxing really well. He's impressed me first time I've seen him, and he come out sharp behind his straight shots and got caught with a couple, and I think if anything it made him switch on, and I think he's performed really well from then onwards.
Daryl Pearce has sort of, after that first round, he's sort of just gone into a little bit of a shell, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think you know, he's made the fight competitive. It's good to watch, but you know, he's come second in most of the exchanges. I think Lynch looks sharp and looks well, but you know, he still knows he's in a fight. As I said before, it's not like you'd look and think he was in with just an old-wise journeyman who's just trying to get through. He's got a competitive fighter in front of him who's throwing big punches and trying to get the win. So it's good to watch still. It's still exciting, the fight. There's some good exchanges, but as I say, I think Lynch is always first and last in the exchanges.
At what point do you step someone like Conor Lynch up, though?
Obviously, that's down to his own management and his own trainer, and Kieran Farrell, where he knows him better than anyone. I always believe that your cornerman should know the fighter better than anyone knows him, and you know, I think he will. He's a good trainer, Kieran. You know, I like him. I like what I see him doing with his lads, and he knows them all well. He's got a good relationship with them, and he'll know him well, and he'll know when he's ready to. I think a lot depends on age, and a lot depends on their amateur background. You know, if they're an experienced amateur, they can be moved quicker in the pros. Whereas, you know, if he hasn't really had much amateur experience and he's just turned pro, then I wouldn't mind him having a few more fights and a few more of these little competitive ones where they learn the game and they learn more about themselves as well. So, you know, I wouldn't like to make that decision on Conor. I think it'll be down to Kieran, and Kieran know him better.
Obviously, Conor's got another one lined up, I think, on the 19th of next month in Bolton, on one of Kieran's shows. So a win here will sort of just carry him through, won't it?
Perfect, yeah. There's nothing better really than basically getting out the ring, getting in the gym on Monday, and knowing that, you know, you've got an next day penciled in, especially so soon. But you know, with this being a Sunday show, I don't know whether he might have tomorrow off, but he'll be back in Tuesday, knowing that he's straight back out. And you know, as long as his hands are okay, then it'll be good momentum for him to move forward and, you know, keep building more experience.
It was a little bit like you, really, wasn't it? Because when you boxed here, you thought you'd be out in July.
Yeah.
On the Dillian White Oscar Rivas bill. Yeah,
definitely. That was the plan. I got out the ring, basically knowing me next date sort of, and hoping to do the same thing and build momentum and go carry forward. You know, unfortunately for me, I had a hand injury, so it was one of them things. They set you back and they put you out for a while, but. Again, you know, if Conor comes out and his hands are okay and he's got no cuts, then he can bounce straight into the next fight, which is what will make him happiest, and he'll know he's picking up more experience going forward. Good, strong finish to that round. Yeah. Again, you know, respect for Daryl. He's still in there, he's still trying, he's still looking for openings himself, but, you know, Conor does look sharp today.
Obviously, your gym mate Sam Hyde got a win earlier on.
Yeah, and a good result in the end, really, because it didn't. I didn't think the opponent was going to be like he was going to be able to get him out there before the end. He looked very awkward, and he looked like one of them who could probably seize the distance a lot, because he looked hard to land clean on, and every time Sam loaded up, he sort of was finding it hard to land clean on him because of the awkward style he had, but he stepped it up in the round where he finished him in, and I thought he looked good in doing it.
Now into the final round of Conor Lynch's battle with Daryl Pearce. It's been an interesting one, albeit a little bit one-sided towards the end.
Yeah, it's weird. It's one of them fights where they're good to watch. It's exciting while it's on, but it's also one-sided. I think that's a bit of respect for Daryl. I think he's kept it that way, but Conor's just always been a step ahead. He's impressed tonight, and he's looked sharp and good in doing what he's doing. I mean, that exchange now, he's going to be in some exciting fights.
Is that a little cut over the right eye of Daryl
No,
Pearce?
it's been reddened for a while. It may have opened, but it's been reddened for a while. But I don't think any blood's coming from it. But it was from the first round onwards. He's done that when he lands them big right hands. But he definitely looks like he's going to be in some exciting fights, Conor.
It was a good burst from Conor there, but Daryl, to his credit, managed to get through it.
Yeah, he's coming back and having a go himself. He landed a body shot there.
These are the sort of lads you want in the opposite corner, aren't they?
Definitely. I'm telling you now, Conor will learn more from this probably than his other wins, because competitive and things firing back at you, they make you switch on, they make you aware of what's coming back. You know, you've got to think of your non-punching hand when you're throwing and stuff, because you know a slip up and you'll get caught, and you don't want that. You don't want cuts, you don't want to take any big shots. So
of course, and like we said before, Conor will want to get through this unscathed.
Definitely,
to make sure he makes that Bolton date next month.
I think the little burst he had before took a little bit more out of him than we thought, because he looks like he's tired a bit now, and Daryl's having a go and coming back at him, which is making it exciting for the people watching it. But I think Conor wants a rest.
His legs have slowed down a little bit, haven't they? But
I think he's breathing a little bit heavy after that exchange. I think he went for the stoppage, and now it hasn't come. You know, he's looks a bit tired, but I think it's the same happened to Daryl now, where he's had a little go. I think he's tired as well. I think they'll both be happy to see the belly.
They're both walking, thinking, ref.
They have a big hug at the end. They both worked hard. It's been great to watch. You know, every credit to both of them.
Is Conor a little bit marked under the left eye there as well? Or is that just me?
Not sure. I think he might have a little nick, a little bruise tomorrow, but I think he'd be happy with that.
He'll take a bruise if he can get another win next week, next month, can't he?
Another win and get back out next month. He'd be happy with that. Good fight though. Well done to both of them.
Cracking fight. Have you got it? 40-36?
Yeah, I think, you know, sometimes the referee might give him a share of the last, because it was good, it was exciting, and as I say, after taking a bad eye at the start, sometimes they fear it when you give him a share of it. But yeah, I think, you know, you can't take nothing away from Conor Lynch there for me. I think he was just always first and last in the exchanges, and he looked sharp. I think it was a good win for him, but it was one that he'll learn from, because Daryl definitely had to go and threw a lot of shots back at him. But yeah, 40-36 for my card.
Let's go up to the ring for the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, please have a big round of applause for both of our boxers. We go by referee Jamie Pearce captain scorecard. This reads 40 points to 37 in favour
share of the last.
and still undefeated boxer.
Sometimes when it's 3-0 and you have a last round like that where they both give it everything, the referee, you know, just you could definitely give it even last round, but I think sometimes they give the away fighter the share of the last, knowing that he's happy, he's got something out of it, and obviously he's got the win.
We'll have to start calling you Mystic Meg.
Yeah, not too bad at this, kids. About the only thing I do know.